Well, to say that 2020 has been a challenging year would be an understatement. So far, I'm hoping that the second half of 2020 is a lot better than the first half. However, having said that, as tough a year as it has been, I'd just like to say Happy Canada Day. Even though it's been a very challenging year, I still love Canada. I still believe in my heart and in my mind that Canada is one of the best countries in the world. And even though it has been a challenging year, there's certain things to be thankful for. Like, it's good to look at the cup half full as opposed to half empty sometimes. Like, yeah, I know unemployment sucks, but thankfully for people living in Canada, and many of those people who have lost their jobs through no fault of their own would qualify for the Canada Emergency Benefit, also known as CERB, which pays you $2,000 a month. And for people that don't qualify for CERB, or Canada Emergency Benefit, if they lost their jobs through no fault of their own, they can get EI, or employment insurance. So I know there's people that unfortunately fall through the cracks, but most people probably would still qualify for that if they lost their jobs through no fault of their own. So they can still put food on the table, keep a roof over their head, buy medicines, that kind of thing, all the important stuff. Another thing that coronavirus has done for us, as negative as it's been, it's brought many families closer together. Because being in lockdown with only emergency, even though the lockdown is starting to lift now, and there's a lot more open now than there was, say, back in April, during those times when only emergency services were open, what that meant for most people is most people had no choice but to be at home. And I'm sure that has strengthened some family bonds and brought some families closer together. I know it's not the case for all families, that there are some families out there that are troubled, but I'm sure it's brought a lot of families closer together. And since it's resulted in some people having to work from home as well too, again, those people are at home and they get to be closer to their family, don't have to worry about commuting and spending money on gas and all that. And it's made people think about, what's important to them, and maybe made some people care a little less about material things. And made people who do still have their health, made them thankful for having their health. So, as much as it has been a challenging year, we should try to think about the things that we should be thankful for. I'm up in Ottawa this year, Canada's capital. This is where I've been coming for the last several years on Canada Day. And yes, it's quieter here this year, not just because of COVID-19, but also because Canada Day fell in the middle of the week this year on a Wednesday. It was still, you can still see a lot of people, wearing proud Canadian, wearing the Canadian flag and wearing their pride on their Canadian pride on their heart. So, Happy Canada Day. Let's make the most of it.